What's up everyone, this is NyhlekDreams back with another video, and after a long wait we finally got the Boom Bow released into the game, which you'll be able to obtain through the 14 Days of Summer quest line. And I strongly recommend that you go pick this one up and don't miss out on it, because once the quest line leaves, we don't know when or if the Boom Bow will be coming back, and it's definitely one worth adding to the arsenal. But I know we're all excited to test this one out, so we're just going to hop right into the weapon review and check out the perks and stats on it. And it's pretty straightforward. We went with the crit build because it allowed for double crit rating and double crit damage, and you're going to want to slot your double crit rating on the top and bottom because you can't put crit damage in these slots, and then just fill in the two middle ones with your crit damage. And for your element, you're going to want to go energy because you want to be able to use it in all elemental cases. And for our 6th perk, we just have the added affliction, so that's kind of nice. If you don't kill something off with the initial shot, you can just kind of follow it up with the affliction ticks and hopefully that'll kill it. So we can hop right over to the stats and check out what we have here. We've got a base 71k damage, and the headshot damage is actually doubled. But the unfortunate thing is I tested this out earlier and I have not seen a headshot land yet to be able to get any added damage from headshots. So it's kind of a bummer that we've got this really large headshot damage from a really good sniper, but we're not actually able to trigger it because of, I'm assuming, the explosive type round that we actually shoot out. So it's an unfortunate thing that we won't be able to take any advantage of this actual large headshot damage multiplier. But on the plus side, we did get that double crit rating, double crit damage, so our crit chance is 51%. So it's likely that you'll have a pretty even probability of being able to land a crit shot every other hit or so. And then for the crit hit damage, we have 420%, which is a solid amount to be going off of. The fire rate doesn't really matter much because you got one magazine size and you'll just be going off of your reload time, so you'll be able to shoot once every 1.3 seconds. And the good thing is you'll be able to shoot it at pretty much max range and just be able to get a nice impact off of it as well. And like I said, you won't be able to hit any headshots, so the most important thing is please don't fill any of these with headshot damage perks because you won't be able to make any use of them. But with that, we can head over to the hero loadout and check out what we're going to be using. And I decided to go with Sub-Zero Zenith to be able to allow the sniper critical hits to freeze enemies for 1.6 seconds. And it also applies a water affliction, but it's not that much, so the most important thing that we're going off of here is trying to get that freeze on the crits. And for our team perk, we decided to go with Preemptive Strike to stack up a little extra damage, but remember, this has to be done with full health enemies, so if you don't really want to go for that, you could probably just switch this out for Bioenergy Source to get a little extra survivability or anything that you're comfortable with here. And in the support team, we have Saurian Might, which adds 3% of your current health to damage on your next ranged weapon hit, and that can only be triggered every 1 second. The next slot we have Locked and Reloaded, which is after reloading, it increases your weapon damage by 15% for 5 seconds. Cold to the Touch to increase damage against frozen enemies by 14%, and that's going to be triggered off of Zenith being able to freeze targets. Then we have Quick Scope for sniper damage being increased by a raw 17%, and Sure Shot to increase sniper critical damage by 75%. So with that, we can go ahead and get into the gameplay and check out how this new Boom Bow is performing. So the first thing that I want to say about the Boom Bow is that Epic did not let us down with this one, and normally when there's a new weapon coming into the game, it's a common occurrence for the community to wait in anticipation and hope that it does really well when it comes out. And we've all had our fair share of ghost pistols where the weapon doesn't do what we expected and it ends up underperforming. But I'm unashamed to say that this is the bundle bus of snipers, not so much in the sense of damage and being able to put out a high damage capacity, but more so in the fact that it's unique and one of a kind in what it does, and it's allowing for this great AoE gameplay that wasn't available in snipers prior to its release. Probably your best bet would have been a Super Shredder with a Headshot Explosion 6 perk, but that doesn't really get AoE on the broad scale that you want it to, and you would have to get a very specific role in order to be able to do that. However, with the release of the Boom Bow and the ability to put double crit rating and double crit damage, it's a really good follow-up in terms of being able to actually have reliable perk rolls and not have to sacrifice in one area to be able to make it useful. And aside from its uniqueness in gameplay, it's also a really nice weapon and standalone on itself to have an aesthetic appearance that is separate from what we've seen so far, and being able to see a really cool compound bow be able to enter the game, and just its new style of gameplay and the way that it shoots is just adding a new and fresh way for us to be able to try a weapon that's one of a kind. I personally am really getting to enjoy the new style of gameplay and sit at a distance and draw back the bow and determine where I want to actually shoot, and getting this reliable AoE group damage clear where I don't have to really rely on being up close and just getting to use that new type of AoE sniper, which is something that I feel was sorely needed in the sniper category, because you've got a lot of really good high damage output single target snipers, and aside from being able to maybe get that AoE from super shredders, or maybe just try and clear groups of husks with an automatic sniper like the crank shot, now you have something that's doing this large explosive area that is considerable to be able to take out a larger group of husks and not really have to shoot as much in order to be able to take care of the same task. And the only thing that I truly feel could be seen as a downer on this weapon is I don't think that you can actually hit headshots. I've tested this multiple times, and no matter what, I just seem to be able to hit the body shot crit damage number value and not be able to see the actual results of landing a critical headshot. And I personally think this is due mainly to the ranged explosive type, because I've also used the Dragon's Claw in the past and was never able to trigger a headshot off of the explosive round that it has as a sniper rifle as well. So I don't know if this is intended or Epic wanted this to be set in the game this way, but it would be nice to be able to see the headshot damage and reap the benefit of seeing such a large impact on a really high damage number crit, and just be able to see what it would be like to have this high single target come out of this bow as well, because it is really enjoyable to see large chunks of damage come out of higher healthful targets. And also, if it were able to be able to hit the headshots, I've looked at the damage comparison and it would actually be on par with the Yeoman, but since I haven't seen a headshot yet and the values of those damage numbers don't add up to be able to actually get a crit headshot, then it seems as though we are more forced into this AoE style of gameplay and getting the use out of it in that category rather than single target high damage output on things like mist monsters. But with that being said, I do also feel as though that's not so much of a negative, because I was expecting this to be more of an AoE group clear weapon, because like I said, I do feel as though the sniper category needed more of a reliable AoE clear damage in terms of being able to equip a sniper and make use of sniper damage heroes that would buff those sniper damages, and not having to resort to filling the slot with something else like an explosive weapon only to deal with the larger groups of husks. But overall, I do feel as though this is a great weapon, and I strongly recommend that no one misses out on it. Make sure that you can pick it up while it's available and just actually grind out the quest line, because it's definitely one that you don't want to miss out on. In my own opinion, this is something as unique as the bundle bus, and a lot of people wish that they hadn't missed out on the bundle bus the first time that it was around. But that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you all think about the Boombo, any questions or concerns that you may have regarding this weapon, and personally I've been hearing a lot of good things circulate about it, and the community seems to really be enjoying it and having a lot of fun with it, so it's good to hear that Epic released something that we're all having a good time with. We've got the birthday event coming up soon, so make sure that you're grinding tickets out for those B-Day llamas, and make sure that you're finishing out that 14 days of summer to get more tickets and also get this Boombo while it's here in the game. And I appreciate all the positivity and encouragement that you guys bring to the channel. If you find these videos helpful, feel free to subscribe and follow on Twitter to stay up to date on other things, as this stuff really helps me out in being able to communicate with you guys and keep pushing forward to make more videos for you all. But again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.